back to the Fuck My Work Life podcast.
Hey everyone, thank you for returning to listen to us.
Yes, definitely.
So today is a very special episode entitled Shit Show. So we've gathered some of your restroom workplace stories, and there are quite a few interesting ones.
Yes, some pretty interesting stories.
Yeah. Have you had any strange encounters
Of course.
in the restroom?
I think once you're in the workforce long enough, you're always going to have weird, quirky things happen in the bathroom. You know?
Yeah.
I think the bathroom is kind of like the car for people, where when they're at work, they go in the bathroom like no one else can be in there and no one else can hear them do what they're doing.
Yeah, there's been quite a few times where I've gone into the restroom and there's someone on their phone having a full-on conversation while they're peeing, and you go in there and you do your business and you're like, do I flush? Is it rude to flush and interrupt their phone call? But I just flush anyway because fuck them, they're talking on their phone while they're in a public restroom.
Exactly.
It's so weird.
Yeah, I've had some pretty shocking things happen in the bathroom. One in particular, so I would go to work. We'd start work at like 7. And me being who I am, I shit on the clock. So I would usually go into the bathroom around a couple minutes after 7 and do my business. And I was in the bathroom and a guy comes in and goes to the stall next to me. You know, you don't really pay attention to them because you know what they're doing.
If you're going into a stall in a men's restroom, you're
pretty
taking
much
a shit.
know. So, I'm doing my business, and out of the corner of my eye, I just catch like movement, fast movement. You can see the shadows on the floor. And I catch this movement on the floor, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on in there? And I look over, and it's like this rapid movement, and I'm sitting there, and, like in the moment, all I'm trying to think is like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, is he itching? Like, what the fuck is he doing? And then I realized it probably only took me like 10, 15 seconds, but it took me a little bit. And I realized this fucker is beating his shit in the fucking bathroom. And, it's like,
he couldn't,
he just got to fucking work. Like,
maybe that's the way he just calmed himself down to prepare for the workday.
Maybe I shit on the clock, and maybe he's
got to take care of business on the clock.
Beats his shit on the clock. Yeah. And so I'm like, all right, who the fuck is this jackrabbit? I want to know. And I didn't know the guy. Like, he was pretty new. I finished as fast as I could, and I went out to the sinks and just washed my hands very slowly.
How long was he in there?
Not very long. But so going back to him beating his shit, because I beat my dick like it owes me money. No, there's all this rapid movement, and then he stands up and he turns, like all I can see is his feet and like maybe 6 inches.
Yeah.
But he stands up, turns around in the stall to like face the toilet, and then starts raising up on his tippy toes. So I'm guessing that was his climax.
Oh, he's got his routine down, it sounds like.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it didn't go, like, hopefully he made it in the toilet, but who the fuck knows?
Gosh.
Like, you never know. So I go out and I'm at the sinks, and he comes out and nothing. No. I thought maybe he didn't know I was in the stall next to him.
How
maybe
could he not know?
I don't fucking know.
Or
I don't know.
Maybe that was the thrill.
Yeah, and I don't want to. I don't accept that. I'm not going to accept that one.
That's what helps him along his way.
This makes me feel like I've been abused.
Yeah, no kink shaming, but make sure people are willing participants in your kink.
Well, just
don't do that at work.
Fuck, you just got to work. Like, I'm guessing you left your house. You were at home like a half hour before. Do that shit in your own bathroom.
Do it in your car before you come into the office.
Yeah.
Or just do it at home.
or honestly, they're still going to do it at work. Because I know I fucking talk to people. I was like, dude, you know this guy? He was fucking beating off in the bathroom.
Aw.
I know he was. I know he was. And a couple of the people I talked to, they were like, "Oh yeah, I caught a guy doing that in the bathroom
Oh,
once."
so it's pretty common.
And this was like a couple people who said this, and it's like, holy shit, people do this more often than you think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I guess to each his own, but when you're in a bathroom where a whole bunch of other people use it, it's not your own.
Yeah.
There is no to each his own. You're doing it in
Yeah.
in everyone else's area.
That's why I think he obviously knew what he was doing. It was probably part of the thrill. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had any experiences quite that exciting in the restroom. There was one time where, so the place I worked had pretty heavy doors that swung inward,
Mhm.
right, to go into the restroom. And you kind of have to walk across like a long space to get there so you would see like if anyone was going in right before you, and you could be a little bit cautious or whatever when you open the
Yeah.
door. So I'm walking up there, there's nobody had gone in recently, and you kind of have to push the door a little bit hard to get it to open. So I swing this door open, and it just hits this woman square in the back. So she was just standing right in front of a door that swings inward on her phone.
Oh my God.
And
Of course.
I felt bad at first because I hit her hard. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm so
Can't feel
sorry.
bad for that.
And she turned around and gave me the dirtiest look.
Yeah.
Didn't say
Of course.
anything to me. And then I immediately went on the defensive and just wanted to say, look, you don't stand right in front of
Yeah.
a door that swings inward and sit on your phone,
Yeah.
you
As soon
dipshit.
as you get the dirty look, you just
Yeah.
you're like
It wasn't like there was a line. There was no one else in the bathroom. There was no reason for her to be standing right there. And
I was Instagramming, bitch.
someone more of the maybe Facebook or MySpace age.
Oh.
I mean, not that MySpace exists anymore, but like
Are
an
you age
older-
shaming right now?
I'm not age shaming. She was just an older woman. Just I don't know. It was just weird. I can't think of any other weird restroom.
I've got one it's not so weird, but it's kind of funny. So I used to have a bathroom buddy.
Like your
We
buddy
were-
from your first story?
No, we weren't bathroom buddies, but there were times where we would end up in the bathroom at the same time. Like, I don't know,
You guys had the same
we
poop
were
schedule.
we were synced up. And we were in the bathroom, and there was 2 stand-up stalls that you pee in. And walk in, we're both peeing, and we hear this, and we were both like, staring at the wall,
Mhm.
peeing in the urinal, and I was just like, what the fuck
Is there-
is going on?
Is there a rule between dudes, like if you're standing at a urinal next to each other, are you not allowed to make eye contact?
Oh no, we made eye contact
Okay.
because we knew each other well enough.
Okay.
And so finish up, turn around. There's a dude with his hands on the counter doing fucking push-ups. And like
How much
there's
you
a
bench?
there's a huge mirror in front of him. So he's looking in the mirror. He can see us peeing, and he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Got to get those reps in, bro.
Yeah, man.
And so he stands up from doing it and then looks in the mirror. This guy is very into himself.
Mm-hmm.
Looks in the mirror and licks his fucking thumb and slicks his eyebrows. Like,
guy sounds
it's like
so
some
cool.
shit out of a cheesy fucking movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? And then walks out the bathroom. And me and the guy who were in the bathroom, we were both just like, what the fuck, dude? What a fucking douche. You take a break from work to go in it. And we were already in there peeing
Yeah.
before he came in. He didn't do anything. He came in, he banged out like 10 push-ups, slicked his fucking eyebrows
Yeah, I
because
guess-
he's so hot.
Well, those push-ups
And
probably
then-
got him out of whack,
and then walked the fuck out. And it's just like, holy shit.
He didn't like whip out his sunglasses and put them on
No.
on the way out the door.
This person, I wouldn't have been as surprised by that if he did.
Yeah.
So,
There are some characters in the world.
well, it's like I was saying, like some people, they treat the bathroom like people treat their cars. Like when you see people driving down the road and they're just like fucking digit deep in their nose,
Yeah.
picking their nose with no tint on their windows, but they feel like they're in their bubble,
Yeah, they
so
got a
no one
bubble.
can see them. And it's just, I think people treat the bathroom like the bathroom is like anything's
Their safe-
game in
their
the
safe
bathroom at
space.
work.
Well, they probably, I mean, we spend so much time at work, they probably just feel so comfortable for them
Yeah.
that they just feel they can do whatever they need to do in there. I see people flossing and brushing their teeth in the public restroom, which, okay,
Yeah.
great, you have good hygiene, that's probably good, but the thought of brushing my teeth or flossing in a public restroom just
Yeah.
grosses me out, especially right now during a pandemic
Yeah.
where they're like flicking
I see it every day.
their saliva out with every floss, and it's just, come on,
I see a person.
go to your car and do that.
I see a
If
guy
you
brush
must.
his teeth every day in the bathroom and has a cup and toothpaste and a toothbrush, but will brush his teeth. And when he's done brushing his teeth, we'll just he'll set his toothbrush on the counter.
Ew.
On the counter. And it's like, yeah, and like where I work, they clean the bathrooms pretty often, especially during the pandemic, but still,
No.
there's not enough scrubbing you can do with the people, some of the people that work there. Like, you cannot scrub enough to get that funk out.
Oh.
And it's like, and he's got a cup and everything that he could
Put
put
it
it
in
in.
the cup.
I'm not going to fucking tell him
Yeah.
anything. Like, it's your mouth, bro.
Yeah, I mean, good job for having good oral hygiene, but still, I don't know why, just the thought of it grosses me out so much. But anyway, so we have some fun stories for you today.
We do.
I think you were going to start us off.
I think I will. Our first story is called Phantom Feet. When I was fresh out of grad school, I worked on the 9th floor of a city skyrise. We share the floor with 2 other firms, fancy, and shared the same hallway bathrooms. The women's bathroom had 2 stalls and a sink. Every morning for 3 months, I would enter and find nearly perfect dirt footprints on one of the 2 toilet seats. They look like they came from men's hiking boots.
That's creepy.
Yeah, I like how they're nearly perfect.
Nearly perfect. There was one spot that was a little smudged.
My colleagues and I then started escorting each other to the bathroom in the event there was a man in dirty boots peeping over the stalls. You watch too much TV.
No, that
No, it
shit
could totally
happens. Just
Finally.
someone peeking over the top of the stall. Hey.
Hey, pretty lady.
Ew.
Oh, yeah.
Ew.
Finally, after months of this, my suite mate snapped and covered the bathroom in signs that read, "We see your footprints. We know who you are. You will be reported to security." Of course, we had no clue who it was. You didn't do your fancy CSI and figure out who it was from the footprints?
I would have been staking out the bathroom.
Take a plaster
like,
cast.
Who is this? Size up the shoe. Size 10.
10 and a half.
10 and a half. Timberland.
Timberland hiking boots. Judging by the color of the dirt, the boots are brown.
With how much dirt is on the seat, we know he weighs about 210, maybe about 6 feet tall.
I can tell by the footprint he walks with a limp.
Slightly pigeon-toed.
The next day, we found some potpourri spray and a note that read, "I am so sorry to have caused alarm. I am one of the security guys in the building and find your bathroom to be the cleanest. I also squat to poop." That's nice.
Take your fucking boots off
They
if you're going to squat
they
on
just
the
didn't
toilet.
want you in the bathroom. I don't think they wanted to know how you shit.
Hey, by the way, could you install a squatty potty
We know
here for
who
me?
you are.
Uh,
Sorry for scaring you, and please don't report me. I promise to stop and also keep you safe. We let it be our secret and never saw the footprints again.
Aw, now he had to go in the dirty boys'
Who
bathroom.
squats to poop?
A lot of people. It's much more healthy for you. Healthy intestines. Healthy colon.
I heard it is. Like, you can get the little squatty potties.
Yeah. That's supposed to be much better for you. But I feel like that would seem very dangerous to be up balancing on like a toilet seat with big boots on. I mean, you got to be like hands on either side of the stall balancing.
I don't know. I just think it would take practice. Like,
Yeah.
what if you're not lined up right? You got a good 6 inches for something to come out askew.
Yeah, maybe that's why the men's bathroom wasn't so clean.
Yeah, no shit. No pun intended.
Oh.
No, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I have issues, but sometimes when I do that, it's everywhere. in the bowl. It's everywhere. I don't know how I'd be able to squat and be like 6 inches above it and have it not like, I don't know, go on my pants or
Oh,
go, like,
God.
I don't know. We're
Let's
yeah,
let's dial it back a bit.
yeah. I know it's really hard. Well, with this episode called Shit Show, we kind of know what the episode's going to be about. It's kind of hard to not like
Share
go
too
off into
much?
the weeds about shit about stuff that,
Yeah.
So we'll just read the stories and
just
and
move on with our lives.
not make eye contact with each other and just say thank you for listening.
Okay. Let's move on to our next story. This one doesn't involve shit, thankfully, but it is restroom related. So this one is called OD. I work as a security guard for a hospital in a pretty big downtown area. When I started there, I worked the graveyard shift in the ER. As you can imagine, I saw a lot of pretty horrible shit on a daily basis. Broken limbs, stabbings, gunshot wounds, burn victims, lots and lots of blood. Ugh, I would not be able to do that job. Just
Yeah, this one does not seem like it's all
fun and games.
rainbows and
No.
unicorns.
So it was a constant battle not to run to the restroom and throw up in that first year. I always really admired the nurses and doctors who could just get the shit done they needed to save lives without being remotely fazed by the gore. Well, yeah, I guess you couldn't be in that job if you were
Yeah.
upset by gore. I can't
Yeah.
even watch that stuff on hospital TV shows, which I love, but if they show that detailed
Open heart
surgeries or
and
like
stuff.
wounds and stuff,
Yeah.
I can't watch that stuff.
I can't.
Yeah. So a big lesson I learned working there was that hospital restrooms are a huge hotspot for heroin addicts to shoot up. I guess they figured it's clean, easy to access, and if something goes wrong, they're already at the hospital.
But are they typically clean, the bathrooms at hospitals?
I mean, I would imagine they have to be pretty sanitary places, right?
Well, I mean,
I
the
haven't
patients usually have their own bathroom in their room, and I know that the nurses and doctors, I don't think they use the same bathrooms as like they give to the public.
Well, yeah, but I'm sure there's still cleaning criteria.
Yeah, I
and
don't
stuff.
know.
I haven't spent a
I'm
lot of
just
time in
wondering.
hospitals, so
I
I'm
mean-
sure it's probably more clean than like a train station bathroom or
Yeah,
something like that.
I'm thinking like in my head, a public bathroom in a big city, it's
Always going to be dirty.
got to be fucking nasty.
Yeah, I'd imagine there's some sort of codes that hospitals have to live by, even their restrooms.
Possibly.
Okay, so one night, pretty early on in my employment there, I see a youngish man in a business suit heading to the restroom. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary about him, other than he looked tired, which is fairly common in the ER waiting room. I figured he was a family member of someone being treated. Some time had gone by when I realized he'd been in there for quite a long time, so I went in the restroom to make sure everything was all right. I walk in and all I see are his legs somewhat sticking out of the handicap stall and no movement. I quickly dove to the ground and crawled under the stall door, and this guy was out cold with a needle in his arm.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's sad. I radioed for help and started CPR on this guy while I waited for hospital staff to arrive. My supervisor got there first and immediately administered a nasal spray drug called naloxone? I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a medication designed to rapidly reverse opioid overdose. That's hard to say. That's weird. I didn't know that was such a thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow. I was not carrying the drug because I had not yet received my training for it. But if I hadn't gone in to check on the guy when I did, he probably would have died. That was a crazy night. Man,
Yeah.
that's
Jeez.
intense. I don't even have any jokes for that one. It's just,
Yeah, I mean,
addiction's so sad.
yeah.
It's just, that's crazy. It sounds like, though, their staff, even non-medical staff, carries that drug with them. I guess it happens so much there.
Maybe it's
that
New York.
I'm
I
guessing
mean-
it's some, they said big downtown area, so it could be
Not
like
to
anywhere.
not to New York shame anyone.
Well, it could be LA, it could be New York,
Yeah.
it could be Chicago, any big
but
city.
it could be any big city. Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
Yeah, it's so
I don't-
crazy that it
But
happens
at least
that often.
at least the security guard wasn't like frozen in shock.
Right?
Because there's a lot of people who confronted with situations they just freeze and they don't know what to
Yeah.
do. At least he was able to like be a hero.
Spring into action. Yeah. Ugh. You see people saving lives every day, and then he got his chance to save a life. So good job, security guard. I hope the guy got some help.
Yeah.
Because I've never really battled with addiction unless you count potato chips. So I don't know how that feels, but I've known people who have, and it just seems like it's just such an awful disease
Yeah.
to deal with. So, yay, that was kind of a bummer story, but
Yeah, let's talk about poop more.
yeah, more poop. Give us a poop story.
More poop. Okay, this one is titled Doo-Doo Deception.
Doo-doo.
Doo-Doo Deception. Bobby Newport.
Bobby Newport.
Doo-dooed his pants when he was a child.
Bobby Newport.
The plate?
If anyone knows what that's from, just let us know on our Instagram.
Yeah. Bobby Newport. Okay. The place where I was working required some classes to be taken after hours. So one night, I was in a 3-hour class with my coworker. When it was time for our break, I noticed he was in a big hurry to get to the bathroom, and after 5 minutes went by, I knew he wasn't taking a piss, so I decided to play a joke on him.
Oh, dudes are so fun, aren't they?
I went to the vending machine right outside the bathrooms, bought a package of chocolate mini donuts,
Oh no.
opened it, and took one donut with me into the bathroom. When I got in there, both stalls on either side of him were open, so I chose the handicapped stall since it was wider and he wouldn't be able to see my shoes and know it was me. What a critical thinker.
Well thought out plan
Yes.
so far.
I mean, come on. I sat there for a while so he would assume I was taking a shit, too, and to give the donut time to melt and get my hand all chocolatey gooey. You're a son of a bitch.
Oh.
For sound effects, I grunted, dropped the donut into the bowl, moved the TP roll around, and then started bitching like it was empty. Then I reached my chocolatey palm under the stall and said in a disguised voice, "Hey man, you got any toilet paper?" He jumped back and yelled, "Oh my God!" What a dick. Did you eventually tell, like, it's his friend, so I'm guessing he started laughing
Yeah.
and fucking with him even more.
Oh God. How do people come up with this shit? It's so
I don't
nuts to
know.
me.
I mean, guys, we can come up with some pretty good pranks.
I don't think I've never been into pranks. And I never had friends who were like into playing pranks on me. So this just boggles my mind.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. Pretty well thought out plan. I wonder if he ate the rest of the donuts in the pack.
Probably.
Probably shared them with his friend.
I'm sure.
I just hate the smell of chocolate on my hands. Like, I love chocolate. But
Oh, really?
for some reason, like, the smell it gets when it's on your skin just really grosses me out. So it's all I could think of during that story.
That's weird.
I know. I'm
You're weird.
Yeah, it's true. Really weird. All right. Do we want another one?
Yeah. Okay, so this one is called Commando, and it's spelled incorrectly, but that's okay. We'll read it anyway.
Gee, I wonder who spelled it.
It was not me.
Well, there's one of us who we've already discussed their horrible spelling, so
Anyway, I walked into the bathroom at work, where there are 3 sinks. There is an older lady, coworker of mine, standing there, washing something. At first, I just thought she was washing her hands. Then she says, "I have to wash these because I didn't go home last night. I stayed in San Diego." That's nice.
okay.
I look down and she is washing her underwear.
Oh my God.
Okay, so first off,
What is she washing
they
it with?
start this story with, this is an older lady. So did she go whoring?
Why is that your first thought? Maybe she just stayed with friends or had a glass of wine and couldn't drive home.
I don't know.
Just automatically go to whoring.
I mean, she
Got a side job.
and she's washing her fucking underwear in the sink at work the next day.
She likes clean underwear.
Everyone likes clean underwear.
That's right.
Still, I'm just defending how someone could think that possibly she went whoring the night before.
Maybe she did.
I don't mean
But-
physically working the street corner getting paid for sex. It's more of like an adjective of, clubbing and I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, she's wearing a skirt. So then I'm thinking, okay, she's not wearing any. And what is she going to do with the wet ones? I just said, "Oh, okay," and went into the stall to do my business. She was done before I came out.
I like that She felt the need to explain.
Yeah.
Like, how would anyone know what she
Well-
was washing?
What would you do if someone walked into the bathroom and you were washing your underwear in the sink?
I would probably just ball them up more in my hands so they wouldn't know what I was doing. I wouldn't be like, oh, hey, I'm just washing my underwear, just free flowing under this skirt.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I wonder what she did do with the damn
Maybe
ones.
they were granny panties.
Maybe. You could still ball those up. Yeah, she didn't have to announce what she was
I'm
doing.
washing my underwear because I didn't go home last night.
Hi, how are you? I'm just washing my underwears that I wore yesterday. Oh, that's classic.
Yep.
Okay, here is our last story, and this one is my favorite story of all time. So we are calling this one Poo Perv.
Great.
Back in my teen years, I worked at a retail department store similar to Macy's. It was a 2-story building in the mall. One night shift, I was working at the top of the escalator in the home department. It was slow, so I was at the register talking with my coworker. He was also a teenager still in high school like me. A man in his maybe late 50s, early 60s got off the top of the escalator and asked us where the bathroom was. I pointed and told him it was in the back corner. It was coming closer to Christmas time, so he walked through an area that was overflowing with trees and decorations. I only barely noticed that he seemed to stop a few times along his way to the bathroom. About 5 minutes later, I was putting back a returned item to the Christmas area. At the same time, I and 2 other customers noticed the smell. They started laughing, saying, "It smells like someone shit themselves," and made gagging sounds. Overhearing them, I started to laugh too. Then I looked around and I saw it. Shit.
Nice.
Lots of shit all over the carpet. Oh,
Hell yeah.
God. Now you're probably thinking, that old guy had diarrhea. Poor old man. Wrong. This was solid pieces of shit. Pebbles of poop. Logs of human excrement.
Any more explanations?
Descriptives. I was starting to laugh pretty hard because how else would a 17-year-old act at seeing a line of poop on the carpet? My coworker looked at me and was like, "What is everyone laughing at?" And I said, "Oh my God, that old guy totally crapped his pants. There's literally shit on the floor over there." He didn't believe me, so he had to go look for himself. That guy didn't shit his pants. That guy dropped trow if there were like logs of shit.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, where can you go with that?
I don't know. I called the manager to come take care of the situation. She sent some new kid who wasn't part of the cleaning staff but worked in the back unloading and unboxing new stock. He came out with a mop and just sort of smeared all this poop all around the carpet, really mashing it in.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Not only do you have shit all over the floor, but you have
now you have it all over your mop.
Yeah, now you have a teenager who doesn't know how to deal with it, just kind of spreading it around.
And he probably just put that mop bucket back in the cleaning.
He probably started chasing people with it, like chasing all the girls that he had a crush on.
Every floor that was cleaned the rest of that night just had shit smeared all over it. Oh, God. Where was I? Really mashing it in. He was maybe 20 years old and was not going to come close to touching someone else's poop. By this point, I was on lookout for the old guy. There was only one way out for him, and he had to come by my register. Word of the poop man was getting around the store. A woman coworker who was in her 50s came by to see what was going on and told the mop boy to step aside since he was only making it worse. She grabbed some tissues and picked up the poop like it was only some dog poop. All of us just stared at her.
Now that's a hero.
Yeah, she is the winner of this story. She said, "Once you have kids, picking up poop is no big deal."
That's right.
Or dogs, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's different. Like, I would not pick up a human
Yeah.
shit, but I have no issue, like,
Yeah, I think.
picking up the dog shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, we do it every day.
Yeah.
You know, but I think mentally, if I was following some old man and had to pick up his shit, I don't think I'd be able to do it.
Yeah. Also, I missed the second part of this woman's sentence. Okay, so she said, "Once you have kids, picking up poop is no big deal. This isn't even the first time someone has done this. It happened a few other times in the past few months." So around this time, we see the old guy start walking back to the escalators. My coworkers and I busy ourselves around the register so we can see if he says anything. Teenagers, right? He quickly walks down the stairs. His pants are shit-stained and wet. Aww, maybe he did have an issue. The woman that had picked up his shit then goes, "Oh my God, that's the same guy that did this before. I think he's some perv that gets off at shitting in public."
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess. There's people who do weirder shit to get off, like serial killers and shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Like it's like this poor guy, but the same place where he's shitting in the same...
If he's doing it multiple times, like, what the fuck?
He needs
How do you walk by a place, like, see the big Macy's sign and go,
I'm gonna shit in there.
I'm gonna shit on that floor in there.
He needs some Depends.
Baby, go get the car.
I'm just gonna shit. I'm sure she was right, because the manager had gone into the bathroom to see if the old man needed help or new pants, and he said he was fine. No issues with him. He left his poop-filled underwear in the sink when he left.
Nice.
Still to this day, I cringe and laughed at this memory, but also think there's no way I would pick up someone else's shit, especially not for a minimum wage retail employee.
No way.
I don't know how to feel about this. Like, part of me is like, was this guy just doing this on purpose to fuck with people? Or did he have an issue?
Yeah, he could be one of those mall walker guys. Like, she says he's older. I still wonder if he really is that old. Because, like, when you're younger, you look at people that are, like, in their 30s. And you're
old.
like, yeah, you're like, you're fucking old.
Well, yeah, she said late 50s, early 60s. That's not that old anymore to me.
No, yeah, exactly.
That shouldn't be, unless you have some sort of medical issue. That shouldn't be, like...
Yeah.
Crapping your pants age.
Well, maybe he's got early onset dementia, and this is how the dementia has affected him.
Oh, that's really sad. I feel bad for Poop Guy now.
Don't feel bad for him. He's enjoying life.
I mean,
he's enjoying this. Don't feel bad for him. Feel bad for the sorry suckers who have to clean it up.
I feel bad for whoever had to, like, clean that mop bucket out.
If I was a teenager and I worked somewhere and someone was like, "Hey, we had a guy shit on the floor over in aisle 21. You need to go clean it up." I'd be like,
I quit.
No, the fuck I don't. You're gonna have to. You better hire somebody, or it's just gonna stay there. I'm not cleaning that shit up.
Yeah, there were a couple times when I worked in the fast food industry where a customer would come out and be like, something really bad happened in that bathroom. It needs to be cleaned up. And it'd be like, all right, who can I tell to do this? Because I'm not doing it.
Who's newest?
Yeah, who's the newest person? You. Go clean the bathroom.
Well, I cleaned it up last time. Well, you better hope they hire someone before next time.
New guy always cleans the bathroom. But these were good. If you guys, if these are sparking any memories of workplace bathroom stories, send them in. We'll do a part 2 of this.
Part 2.
Boom. Because they're pretty entertaining.
Yeah, they're pretty fun.
So thank you guys so much for listening. Please remember, if you are liking our podcast, to rate it, review it. It really helps us get seen and
it gets it out there.
Yeah. And please follow us on Instagram and Twitter and stupid Facebook. I hate Facebook, but I made a Facebook page for us. All of them are FMWL Pod. On all of those sites.
Send us emails.
Yes, please.
You can send your emails, and now our Instagram, it has an email link. So if you go on our Instagram, you can just click the email link and send your emails in. Mm-hmm. So that'll make it a lot easier. Do we have any... Is our next episode, do we have any plans for the next episode? Or are we...
I don't know if it's going to be the next episode, but our next kind of theme episode, we're looking for workplace and office romances.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Whether you met your life partner at work, or you had some crazy flings with coworkers that maybe didn't go so well.
Or maybe you hooked up with someone and she got crazy and burnt your fucking clothes and slashed your tires.
Are you speaking from experience?
No.
Or if you forbidden trysts in the stockroom, any fun kind of workplace romance stories, send those to us. We want all the details. I think that's it, everyone.
Yeah, so, I think that's it.
Thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate it. And
y'all come back now.
You hear? Bye.
Bye.